From the storyteller to the listeners. When you read or listen to these very old stories, if you wonder how much is really true, the Buddha gave some advice that might help. He said that when you listen to what a monk says, you should test the meaning, weigh or consider it, and depend on your own insides to know the truth of it. Then follow and practice what you know to be true.
A gang of drunkards. Sobriety. Once upon a time, when Brahmadatta was king, the enlightenment being was born in a wealthy family. He became the richest man in Benares. There also happened to be a gang of drunkards who roamed the streets. All they ever thought about was finding ways to get alcohol, the drug they thought they couldn't live without. One day, when they had run out of money as usual, they came up with a scheme to rob the richest man in Benares. But they didn't realize that he was the reborn Bodhisattva, so he wouldn't be so easy to fool. They decided to make a Mickey Fin, which is a drink of liquor with a sleeping drug secretly added to it. Their plan was to get the rich man to drink the Mickey Fin. Then when he fell asleep they would rob all his money, jewelry, and even the rich clothes he wore. So they set up a temporary little roadside bar. They put their last remaining liquor into a bottle, and mixed in some strong sleeping pills. Later the rich man came by on his way to the palace. One of the alcoholics called out to him, "Honorable sir, why not start your day right, by having a drink with us? And the first one is on the house." Then he poured a glass of the dishonest liquor. But the enlightenment being did not drink any form of alcohol. Nevertheless, he wondered why these drunkards were being so generous with their favorite drug. It just wasn't like them. He realized it must be some kind of trick. So he decided to teach them a lesson. He said, "It would be an insult to appear before the king in a drunken state, or with even the slightest smell of liquor on my breath. But please be so kind as to wait for me here. I'll see you again when I return from the palace." The drunkards were disappointed. They would not be able to drink again as soon as they wanted. But they decided to be patient and wait. Later that day the rich man came back to the little roadside bar. The alcoholics were getting desperate for a drink. They called him over and said, "Honorable sir, why not celebrate your visit to the king? Have a drink of this fine liquor. Remember, the first one is free." But the rich man just kept looking at the liquor bottle and glass. He said, "I don't trust you. That bottle and glass of liquor are exactly as they were this morning. If it were as good as you say it is, you would have tasted some yourselves by now. In fact, you couldn't help but drink it all. I'm no fool. You must have added another drug to the alcohol." The richest man in Benares went on his way, and the gang of drunkards went back to their plotting and scheming. The moral is, keep sober, and keep your common sense.
Wow. Ve zangır, ve masve.